What's up, everybody? It's Ryan, theRCLman here. Welcome to episode 11 of theRCLcast. Now, today is a little bit different because I'm not really. Normally, I've got like a little paper in front of me. Well, there's two reasons it's different. Number one, normally I have a schedule, not really a schedule, but like a paper, of stuff that I'm going to talk about. And today I don't, I normally, I might throw something in here later that's newsworthy or news related, you know what I mean, just to keep on with the news theme, but as of right now, we're just going with the flow. We're just going to see what happens, you know what I mean. This is kind of a weird podcast. I don't know, it's been kind of a weird week, if I'm honest, but we'll get into that, I'm sure. Let's see. The second thing that's different is that I'm outside, which I'm sitting outside on the back porch. So if you hear some sirens or if you hear some rain, hopefully it'll add a little bit of ambiance. It won't be just so quiet, We'll see how it goes, though. If it ends up fucking up, then I might have to just record another podcast another day. We'll see what happens. So normally I have sections, and normally I have things that are like, all right, we're going to move on to the next section. Boom, here we're going to do it. But this time I don't. It's just kind of whatever pops into my head, you know what I mean? I guess the first thing I want to talk about is something that I kind of mentioned there. I don't know, this week's been weird, man. The channel seems to be doing okay. I mean, slowly gaining more subscribers. I said I wanted to get to 200. By the end of the year, and it looks like I'm on track for that. Hopefully more, but we'll just have to see what happens. So I think maybe I went a little too hard on YouTube. Not too hard, but what's the word I'm looking for here? I wanted to put a video out a day. I really did, and that's something that I actually do want to do, is put a video out every day. Because, that's ideally the way that YouTube looks at it. And so I want to do that. I also want it to be entertaining, because like I said, the thing about my channel is that I want it to have a variety of Let's Plays that are just entertaining, you know what I mean? I want it to be a variety of games with no heavy focus on one in particular. But it does kind of seem like the way that it's been pointed is at Rec Room. I think now, like I said, I was going to try and do a video a day, but I think now what I'm going to try and do is do a video every other day. I feel like that's going to give me, I'm still going to keep the podcast on Monday, and I'm still going to keep the, well, you know what, actually I'm going to change that. So we're going to do podcast Monday, Wednesday is highlights, which honestly, if I'm honest, I don't know if I'm going to keep the highlight video, if I'm honest, because ever since I made that change to do the highlight video every week, even though it's only been 2 weeks now, as of right now, it's definitely changed the way that something's off, man. Something's off. I just feel like something's off. I don't know if it's the streaming or if it's Rec Room or what. I think I enjoy doing like chips and maybe playing around every once in a while, but kind of working on my own rooms and stuff. And I realize, I guess, that doing a highlight video working on a room is not a highlight for a stream. Like, it doesn't really help out. It doesn't look good. It's not super entertaining. It's not a fun thing, you know what I mean? It's literally just you staring at a chip and like trying to work tools into something, which is cool to some people, and I guess maybe I should focus on that. Maybe I should get out of where I am and focus on that, because I feel like that might help. Because that seems to be a part that I enjoyed, is working with like chips and like trying to make games and stuff. But the big thing that drew me at the very beginning was trying to make circles. So I can try and make circles again. That'd be cool. You know what? I wish that Rec Royale would work better on PlayStation, because that was actually, I think that would be a good thing to do. I would love to stream that more, but it crashes every fucking time, regardless. It's ridiculous. Anyway, I said since honestly, one of the things that stuck with me since we did the what would you call it, the Roblox VR podcast, however you want to call that, has been like Warframe, because I wanna try it for sure. It doesn't. I'll be honest. When I looked at like somebody playing it, it didn't look fun. But kind of the fact that people have said, or I should say, I mean, Gravehaven said, but other videos that I've watched have kind of said similar ideas, that it's like all there for you, and it's free. So I mean, and it's on Switch, and it's free. So I mean, that's the thing. I've got Smash Brothers on Switch, and I've got Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu on Switch. I've been playing Let's Go Pikachu, just trying to play through that, because that's like nostalgia thing. You know what I mean? It's different, but it's the same. Like it's different. It's like I've never wanted to play. Whenever I played Pokemon as a kid, Red. I think Red was the one I usually had, but I know I'd had Yellow and Silver in the past. But Silver doesn't really matter. But anyway, I know that when I played those games, I never played it to get all 150 Pokemon. But in this game, because it's like, I guess, I don't know, you can see them. I guess like you can, they're like full like 3D models. I don't know. For some reason, I'm just like, okay, I want to get all of them. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to be all of them. Like, what I've been doing is it'll be like, I hope this doesn't happen, because I actually do get enjoyment out of like evolving them. Like, it's a weird thing, but it's like right now I have a Growlithe, which is like a fire dog Pokemon basically, and it, I think it evolves into Arcanine or something like that. Arcanine, I think. I'm not sure. It evolves into something else. It's like a bigger flame dog essentially, and so that one, like, I don't want to find a wild evolved form, because that means I can't evolve the one that I have. Well, I can, but my own like self-imposed rule is like, okay, if I for instance, if I caught a Charmander and was trying to evolve it into a Charmeleon, but then I caught a Charmeleon, then I would get rid of the Charmander and keep the Charmeleon. You understand? Like, so I'm trying to figure out, you know what I mean? So there's certain ones I'm like, I hope I don't find you evolved in the wild, because if I do, then I'm just gonna have to stop. But every time, like, what was the last one? What was the last one? Drowsy. I've probably done it before, I just can't remember, but it's been a long time. Drowsy evolved into Hypno, like, less than an hour ago when I was playing, and it was like, okay, well, now I'll put that away, because there's no other form, and let's bring out, I don't remember what we brought out. We brought out one of the other ones. But I mean, when I saw Charmander in a cave, I was like, motherfucker, give me that Charmander. I pulled out like the ultimate ball or whatever. I was like, I don't care how easy you are, I'm fucking catching you. I need a guarantee on this shit. So I caught a Charmander. I've been trying to get Squirtle and Bulbasaur too. I know there's a way you can, but Charmander's the one I found, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm keeping you. I haven't seen any other ones, so I wonder if that's the only one. I don't know. I've only seen one. But anyway, yeah. And then I do enjoy the system that they have in there, where you can put when you catch like 5 Geodudes, you throw 4 of them to Professor Oak, and then you get like candies, and the candies increase their stat. So if you like, I guess I'm sure if you like figure out what you get for what or something, I don't know if that's an actual system or if it's just random, but like certain ones will give you better attack and certain ones will raise your defense, whatever. I've just been giving everything to Pikachu, so I'll do catch like 4 Zubats. Let's say that's an exaggeration, because normally it's just a random assortment of Pokemon. But like catch 4 whatever random Pokemon, send them to Professor Oak. He gives you some candies. You give it to whichever Pokemon you want. Like I said, I've been giving them to Pikachu, and like depending on which candy it is, either gonna raise like defense, attack, speed, whatever. And so I've just been giving everything to Pikachu, and then but now since I now have Charmeleon, I'm putting him next to Pikachu. Like it's like I gotta have those 3, man, or the 3 original, like the 4 originals. Like I got to. If I can find an Eevee, I'm gonna get an Eevee as well. But then that's what 4. That's 5. So then what would be number 6? We don't know. We have to pick out a number 6. I don't know. Anyway, that's a fun game. It's a fun game, but it's kind of like a nothing game. When I say that, I don't mean a bad thing. I just mean it's like a half attention game. You know what I mean? Because, well, maybe that's just because I'm used to playing it the old way, which is basically the same as the new way. But, you know, it's only like 3 or 4 buttons, and like you don't have to make any like huge decisions, or if you do, it's like a maybe 5-second decision. That's a long time. 5 seconds to be making a decision in that game. And then oddly enough, playing on Switch, I've played Super Smash Brothers, and it's actually fun. You know what I mean? It's funny because there's all this like game modes and stuff and these new things, and I don't know really any of it, so I'll just go into like other game modes and go to Classic. And that's the thing, I just want to beat it with other people. Like that's it. I can see, because it's not like a full-length like fighting game when you play it that way with just a Classic. Because when you do it, it's like, if you're good enough, you could probably beat the one character's entire like Classic mode in like maybe an hour, maybe less, if you're good enough. Like, and then you can set the difficulty. So if you want it to be really, really difficult, you just set it like all the way up at the beginning. It's fun because you set your own difficulty, and like you can slowly like bring yourself up. I can't even imagine what people are doing on those harder difficulties. Like I start on 2, and sometimes I have to put it below. 2 is like the starting position. Like it's just, I'm so bad at it. But it is fun to like unlock stuff, but then like on Spirits, like I was playing that, and like I get stuck somewhere, so I'm just like, all right, well, fuck it, I'll just go try and use one of the other people. One of them really pissed me off. I think it was Pikachu. I can't remember. There were some. I'm not used to Nintendo controls. Nintendo controls are so weird to me because I'm so used to playing PlayStation. So your A and your B, which is your X and your circle, are like flipped, and I'm just like, I really, really, really want to hit B, which is where X is on PlayStation. Bottom, whatever. You know one of those, so you know what I'm saying. The B button is where like I would think A would be. Like it's like just a natural association. Just like it's not. You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, we gotta move it. But I've actually been having fun with it. And like I said, I've been considering downloading Warframe just because it's free, and I mean it's a game I can play. It really works for like going to bed. Like if I want to go to sleep, I'll get done doing my thing at night, and then I'll go in there to go to sleep. And when I do, like I'll pull a Switch out and play Pokemon for a little bit, or play Smash Brothers for a little bit. I don't know, it's fun. It's fun for that, for sure. And then of course you can take it wherever you want to go. So if you actually do have to go somewhere, but you do feel like as an adult, you feel a little bit like to like have it with you. You know what I mean? Like in a case. But see, I bring my laptop with me everywhere, pretty much. So my laptop case is big enough for my Switch to go into it. It's not a big deal. But like if you didn't have that, you're just carrying that around. Well, that's enough talking about Switch there. What else do we... Rocket League got cross-platform, which I don't think there was any... I don't think I said that in the last podcast. I don't think it was there. Anyway, yeah, Rocket League cross-platform now. And I actually did a stream in it, and the stream was really cool. I've never done like trading with anybody on Rocket League before, so that actually happened, and like it was really easy. I got some. The only thing I'm bummed about, right, is that like I got some things that I've seen before that I've wanted. Like there were these Phoenix wings that I wanted, and I like you had to get like a certain amount of money to get them, and so that was like those are the ones I wanted. And then there was these like skull wheels that I wanted. And like, what was the other one? The other one was like a goal thing. Like when you score a goal, it does a certain explosion. I wanted these 3, and this guy had these 3, and I was like, oh shit! Like I can get these 3, and then but I traded away a like paint job that I wanted to keep, and I was like, man, what the fuck? Like I didn't realize it until later on. Later on, when I got back, like the paint job was gone from my car because I had it on there, and I was like, oh fuck, I traded that away. Like I just didn't realize in the moment. I guess I was just like, oh, this is cool, and I'm getting these things that I wanted. But I gave him a whole bunch of other like random stuff. But he had like multiples. He had multiples of multiples. I was like, how do you have multiples of, like, I don't know. Like, he had multiple, like, of the skull thing, the multiple of the explosions. I was like, what the fuck? How does that happen? Like, how much are you paying a lot? You gotta be playing a lot or paying a lot or both. Shit, I don't know. But I think it might have been PC player now because it was cross-platform. But I've been very weary before in the past about trading and stuff. But I mean, yeah, it worked. I was happy about it. I may have lost one skin, but I got 3 things. And I immediately was like, equip. Like, I want these on here right now. They worked too, so I was like, that's cool. Somehow all of my cars ended up being like Halloween themed. And I think that's funny because the rest of our house is Halloween themed in a way, because that's just the way kind of Serena is. She's just Halloween. You know what I mean? So there's just Halloween like stuff in the house all year round. But like, it was just strange because all the cars I have, even the orange or the red one and the blue one or whatever color you want to call them, they I don't know. I just thought it was cool. It was interesting and cool, and I liked them. PUBG lightning round really works. Like, at least because it was the last thing I did before the last highlight video. It was the last video I made before the last highlight video, and it was really I mean, I feel like that stream, there was just a lot of moments, but it was, again, okay, so this is gonna sound weird, okay, don't make fun of me or call me weird, but what I did was I sat down with a list of my games, and I said, okay, out of all the games I have, what do I want to play now? Like, what's something that I'm open to playing on the stream tonight? And I was like, okay, this is the list of games I was open to playing, and I'm like, okay, based on like the way I play the game and like who I am and kind of how the game goes, I came up with like a ranking system almost, with like a couple different. It was like, how many like small spaces am I in, or like how many times is it gonna make me, exclaim something or something. I don't know. It's just strange. It was a weird way for me to break it down and be like, okay. I was like, PUBG, not good unless solos and lightning round. And lightning round, I mean, I'm sure that people know it by now, but the lightning round is just you go in, you just go. I try to go to the most populated area because I had never killed anybody on the game. No, I had killed somebody, but it was really, really stupid. So I wanted to actually kill somebody. And I kind of the first kill I got was a fucking crowbar kill. Like, that was ridiculous, man. I didn't even get like my actual shoot somebody kill. I got a crowbar to the face kill. Like, that's what was funny. It was really, I was so surprised. I was just like, oh my gosh, really? This is the first kill. It was good. And then, man, I had to delete Steep because Fallout had another update. This one wasn't huge, though. It was only 4 gigs, which is not huge, compared to everything else. But an update, usually, I don't even think Rec Room update is like a gig. Like, it's probably, smaller than that. I don't know. Oh, yeah, I didn't talk about that. So, Rec Room got an update, the 1.89 update. This was the Save Your Dorm update. So I thought, so I had heard about I think it was on the video, the question and answer video they did. It was like they were gonna, I mean, I know it had been mentioned, saving your dorm, but I didn't think it was actually coming, or it was actually something they were gonna do. So I mean, fuck, I got in there and I looked at it, and I have a video on it as well, the 1.89 update. And it's a beefy update. No, how do I say? There's multiple things to it it's just a whole bunch of little things. It's not all focused. It's all a bunch of well, not really little. I mean, saving your dorm. Your dorm is essentially a room now. So the only thing is that your dorm is permanent in that room, but you can turn flying on, you can go around, you can get out of the dorm, and you can't just, you don't just have to decorate your room. You can actually, this is your permanent room, which I think is pretty fucking cool. You have to save it still if you want to save it, but I really think that's cool. You can customize your room, and then you can invite people into your room now, which again they had mentioned, but I didn't think it was coming so soon. So I mean that's pretty cool. It's like you can hang out in your room, I guess. But man, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about Fallout 76, man. It's got this weird like I guess I still feel like I haven't delved into it. Like I still feel like I haven't dug deep enough into it. Like I still feel like I feel like I've only scratched the surface of the game. But I don't really have enough time to like go through and dig at it, if you know what I mean. Like I mean I do and I don't. Like I can do that, but it has to be something that I want to do and that I think I'll get value from. And it's just kind of, I don't know. Maybe we try it. Maybe we try it again. But it seems like, so you can't really, the big thing I'm noticing is that you can't really build anything. Like you can build your little camp, which I actually started to do, which, I mean, it's okay. I don't have enough supplies for it, but I have to, go scavenge, and that's the thing. Like, up until this point, I've just kind of been literally just grabbing everything that I can. Just like, walk up to a table, see a bunch of plates and shit, just grab it all. You know what I mean? We'll scrap it later, because, that's just what I heard, was that scrapping stuff is important. But, it's, I don't know how to explain it, because it's not, I haven't been having a bad time, but I haven't been having a super, super great time. You know what I mean? It's just, I don't know. We'll have to just see what it ends up being. I mean, that's the thing. And I heard an explanation that was just kind of like, yeah, it's kind of like they're testing multiplayer. And I was like, yeah, I can see that. They've never done multiplayer like this before. So they're testing it, seeing how it's working. You know what I mean? They're probably going to have, I don't know, they're going to have some, hopefully it's like some events or something, you know what I mean? Make it a little bit more, almost like Rocket League like, but probably a little bit more varied than just Rocket League like. Because in Rocket League, you just have like the special events for, Christmas or Halloween or whatever, and you get like special limited edition things and whatnot. Like that would be cool. But so far, cosmetics haven't been a huge thing in game. Like I haven't really seen any huge variation in cosmetics. Did I say cosmetic? Is that the right word? Yeah, cosmetics. You know what I'm saying. I don't know, but so you can't really craft anything. Like I noticed that, you want to craft better armor, but you can't really craft better armor because I guess you need plans for better armor. So I guess I'm at the point now where I need to go find plans to craft better stuff. But there's also like the Overseer's mission, which is kind of like the story, but it's not really, I don't know. It's weird because I feel like whenever something audio log is going on, I feel like I can't hear it. I don't know, maybe I'm just deaf. I'm still making my judgment. How about that? Like I abstain from judgment right now. I just have to, I don't have no idea. I don't know what to think about that game. Solid 5 out of 10, but can change in the future. You know what I heard today? I heard Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. Alice in Chains, Jar of Flies. That's like their acoustic album. Like it's really good. To me, it's really good. I don't know. Some people dislike it. I guess I have a certain weird taste in music. It's kind of like somehow country. I don't know how to explain it. Like country, but not country. I don't know how to explain it. It's like acoustic guitars and happy songs and stuff. I don't know. Like I really like Owl City. But then I also like, as much as I hate to say it, I like Fall Out Boy and Panic at the Disco. I don't really hate to say that, but I just, I'm not a huge fanboy or anything, but I do like their songs. Let's see, 30 Seconds to Mars, I used to like. I don't know, as I used to, because I haven't listened to any of the recent stuff. But Owl City, yeah, I've been listening to Owl City's most recent album. I like that. That's good. It's a happy songs. Yay. It's funny, if I try to find happy songs like that, there's, it's all like religious songs. And I'm like, man, that's not what I want. I just want to be happy, I enjoy that. I play guitar, so I mean, I used to have. I remember there was a long when okay, so I started playing guitar in high school, like early high school, and when I was playing, I started looking at guitars. My mom saw me looking at guitars and stuff, and so she bought me a special edition SG, an Epiphone SG. I don't know if it was really special, but it was like their cheaper version of an Gibson SG, but it was Epiphone, which is still, I'm pretty sure that's the same company. It's just the cheaper version. So she got me an SG, and she put it in the trunk of the car. Well, one day we were driving by the store, and she said, "Oh, jump in the trunk and get me," I think it was coupons. "Get me the coupons out of the trunk so we can go grocery shopping." So I jumped out of the car and I went back there, and sure enough, there was a box with a guitar in there, and I was like, "Holy shit, what?" And she was like, "Oh, you weren't supposed to see that," you know what I mean? I was like, "What? Look at this shit, this is awesome." Anyway, so then later on before Christmas, because this was for a Christmas gift, so I had seen it, but probably like, I don't know, a couple weeks later, I was in the bathroom, and the walls were thin enough to where you could hear what people were saying in the other room. She was on the phone with a friend, and I heard her say, "Okay, so what she's going to do is fill up the box for the guitar, because you couldn't see through it, fill it up with clothes." And I'm going to think there's a guitar in there, but it's going to be open, or it's going to be closed. And so I went in there in the morning, Christmas morning, and I saw the box there, and I was like, "Where's it at?" You know what I mean? Like, "Where's that? Come on. I know this. I know it's not in there. Come on. I heard." That was a good guitar. I do kind of miss that guitar, but it I don't know. I covered it in camo duct tape at one point because I wanted to have a camouflage guitar. It was cool. I liked it. And then somebody went and took it all off and then basically restored it. Not restored it, but used it for a Frankenstein guitar. You know, Frankenstein guitar, not the Eddie Van Halen one, but the just like a guitar cobbled together with a bunch of parts from other guitars. Still sounds okay. I still have an acoustic though. I jam on it every once in a while. I'm good at like doing scale. Well, I'm not scale, just pentatonic scale. I'm a little bit better at that, but I don't really know any other scales. And but I really enjoy playing with people when they kind of know that. So then you can in a way, if you both speak the language, you can totally do it. It's weird. I'm not saying I speak the language, because I know that I don't. I only speak a quarter of the words, maybe. A quarter of the words of the language. Not even probably a quarter, but anyway. A half note of the language. Anyway. But I do understand how that works, and that's pretty cool. Alright, everybody, thank you for joining me for the 11th podcast. This is the chill podcast. You know what I mean? We're just chilling on the back porch with some rain. Hopefully it didn't sound too horrible. But we'll see what it does. If it sounds horrible, we'll be back to normal next week. Or it might come back if it sounds okay. Who knows? Anyway, if you like the podcast this way, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Or if you want to go back to the other way, just tell me. Or tell me if you like. You know what? We'll see what it is, and then we'll decide whether to do it next week or to come back to our normal thing. theRCLman out. You hear that shit? That's crazy. Alright, I'm going. Bye, y'all.